Alright. Sorry, I don't know how much you were able to hear, but yes, there is time travel. I had to literally go read the manual to get what I could of the story. So the Altynex War has ended, but now Altynex has been replaced with a authoritarian government that is oppressing the people, and we're fighting back. Yeah. The reflex. All right. 3, 2, 1. So while Altynex Second has like PS2 era graphics, this has, I'm gonna say like Sega CD, Sega Saturn. Things are a little bit different. We have multiple layers of shielding. We have, instead of different weapon types, we have the ability to reflect these blue shots at enemies. And that is the core of like how you manage to do damage to enemies, or bosses in particular. Reflected shots do a ton of damage compared to our little pea shooter here. So we have a limited amount of shield. The amount of shield that we have does affect how strong our weapon is. And if you get inside the enemy or get close to it, and you can keep reflecting your shots so they do extra damage for however long they're inside their hitbox. So there's going to be a lot of damage boosting in this. There's some wonderful little bits of storytelling in this, the way that like enemies behave. The first one of those is going to come up pretty shortly. You might have seen briefly at the very beginning when our carrier ship was getting destroyed. A big purple ship flew across the screen, and it's going to make an appearance a couple of different times, both on our side and not. Here it is. And now we're getting chased backwards. Taking a lot of damage here. Oh, jeez. So that is one problem with this game. I'm sorry. I've got to start over. The likelihood of you accidentally hitting no on the continue is incredibly high. So sorry. 3, 2, 1. Just lost 3 minutes or so. There is an area select, but unfortunately it's just that one area. It doesn't let you like start in a specific spot and play the rest of the game. Yeah, I know. I got a little bit... my nerves are pretty high right now, okay, let's just say that. So. I'll be really careful about that in the future. But hey, we're gonna get there faster than we got there the first time. And thank you for the good luck. I've been without power since Thursday night due to the hurricane, and only got power restored at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So I did not have as much chance as I thought I might to get prepared. Alright, so here we go. Virgo again. Alright, that was pretty slow, but we'll be okay. I was so worried about accidentally hitting no, I don't want to continue. The nice thing about Altynec second is that danger is mitigated somewhat. It does not... It doesn't buffer your inputs to the menu. If you happen to be holding down when you get a game over in Altynec second, it's okay. Both of those games, both of these games, have a somewhat interesting continue system, in that you gain more continues the more you play, and the kind of more you fail at the game. This is, of course, possible to 1cc, and we actually have somebody in chat who has done the 1cc of this, as you can imagine, because of the lack of ability to damage boost and just having to be more careful in general. It's somewhat slower than the any percent route. Whereas Kamui, which I think is arguably the most popular or most well-known of these games, just has infinite continues. All of these bullets that I'm reflecting, they all have different behavior. Like the regular bullets just kind of go in like a straight line from angle of incident on your shield. The homing lasers will home on enemies. Regular lasers just kind of do the same thing as the regular bullets. These red shots this enemy is shooting right now can only be absorbed by your shield, but then there are also purple bullets that some of the enemies will shoot out, and those you can actually hit those with your shots. Yeah, and there might even be a guest appearance by Kamui. Or two. Yeah, these games are actually quite delightful for... I'm gonna take an intentional death here. You can see, like, we are doing damage, but it's not a lot. Not compared to reflecting their own bullets anyway. Now we're assaulting the Death Star, as you do. Classic trench run. So that was the tank, the Taurus from Altynek's second. We're about to see yet another return that was also intentional. No, that wasn't. We'll be okay. We got plenty of HP, plenty of lives. And so we have Zodiac Scorpio now. So the thing is, the old Earth Unified Defense Force ships that we were fighting in Altynek's second have been replaced with versions that have these AI cores called Zodiacs. So their names have changed. So this game, you know, like you would probably expect, I think, is all about kind of learning the boss patterns, learning the way that the cycles play out. Now that we've taken out both of his sidearms, this is kind of the way that things go in this fight. Now Scorpio is down. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, so there's Over-Encumbered Fruit Bowl in chat. There is current world record holder, although his times are not up on SRC right now. And has successfully 1cc'd at least this game. I'm not sure about the others. So now we're back out in space, and we've got more Poe Dameron cosplay to do here. The giant Sagittarius battleship. We have to clear out its surface cannons. When a boss is the entire stage. Unfortunately, there's only one part of this boss that you actually have to kill. And it's right over there, but we can't get to it. I would love for somebody to find a way to get out of bounds enough to do damage to the bridge. But yeah, we see the return of some of those ships from Altynek's second, the frigates, and a brand new type of frigate here. And yeah, you'll notice, like in Altynek's second, we started in space, and now we went down to Earth. This game, we start on Earth, and we're heading up into space. There's not really any need to attack this stuff, but I just do because I like to. Those little parts of the main battleship. Which has very super dimensional fortress kind of vibes to it. Classic tuning fork. Alright, I need to... Ooh. Well, I really needed to take a death there. Maybe we'll be okay. Sit inside this guy. Nice. That works. I will take it. That may be my fastest kill on that boss ever. Some of these background ships are shooting these purple homing lasers that are often really hard to hear, or really hard to see, rather, so you actually have to listen for like an audio cue in order to know when they're coming. Well, I imagine that's because more of your bullets are spawning inside of it. But that doesn't make the other part of it spawn any faster, switch to its next phase any faster. Hide in the corner from the giant beam cannon. Now, the battleship finally has a health bar. So we just need to stay primed on the bridge. And once the bridge is gone, the stage is over. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a little slow. Now we're up at the moon. We can block those big beams like that, but we can't reflect them, unfortunately. And this is another instance of get all up in its face. But out of nowhere... Oh no! What happened? Another challenger. So in the middle of this civil war, there's now an alien invasion that we're having to deal with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Virgo's not even using a scope. Yes, there is a well-timed alien invasion while all of Earth's defense forces are engaged in this war. Alright, so this is, yeah, 2 of these ships at a time. There's 3 waves. Till we get to the mothership. So this wave is slightly different in terms of the pattern that the enemies take, that the enemies do. And then this first phase is essentially the same as, or the third phase is essentially the same as the first. There's a slight difference in the way that this plays out. Not really a way to do damage to that part of it. I'm gonna take that death now. And then this is their mothership. Okay. Not really sure what these stage names mean. Why this is Kaleidoscope. Some of the others make sense. Now we're re-entering Earth's atmosphere. And I love this bit here. So these previously enemy ships now have been marked by IFF as friend. So Virgo's going to go off after SDF-1, and we take care of this thing, which is easily the worst boss fight in the game. Right, on to the jerk. Unfortunately, these reflected shots into this thing aren't really doing much damage. Rather, the reflected lasers aren't doing much damage. The shots are where it's at. Like that beam in particular basically did nothing to it. But we got through it okay. Now we and our friend Virgo, our newfound friend Virgo, entering deep, deep into the core of the base. This game is awesome. This is I love this game. It's amazing. It's so over the top. Obviously, like, we're playing it on easy and not doing 1cc. You know, you could ramp the difficulty up as much as you want in this game, and it's fantastic. So we're just gonna sit here, get all up in this thing's face. Blast it a bit. We are actually still doing damage to it, even though barely moving it. But all of the HP that I can get out of that thing will be to the better. But on its retreat, oh no, our friend. We are literally Earth's last defense. And it also has a reflex shield. What are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna kill it, of course. So yeah, there's a little bit of gameplay storytelling going on here. They want you to see how long it takes to kill these things for a very specific reason. That will come up very shortly. And by this point, Virgo has essentially just had enough. It's over it. What are we gonna do? Our shield is out. We've been destroyed. It's game over. What? Like an Evangelion unit, once the pilot has been killed, the Phoenix goes berserk. So we have infinite shield, we have super duper powerful blaster weapon, we only have one hit. We have 0 structural integrity. So we're going to do this fight and the last stage in this form. Again, get all up in its face meat. We're going to call this face meat. Let's not really discuss what it is that we were shooting at there. Yep, I was a little bit too late on... Yeah, I got a shield too, bro. Yeah, I fell in love with this game when I realized like how over the top everything that's happening is. Alright. One last stage. We've fended off the enemy invasion. For the most part. There's still some left. Yeah, thank you. Uno mas. One last day. Talk about the enemy. The boss is just the stage. done. Oh my gosh. There is a safe spot here. The Kamuis have shown up. And they don't know if it's us or Libra that is the danger. He goes into the background and they try to use their homing lightning. But the Libra is too fast. That's really unfortunate. Maybe we'll get it. Nope. It is possible to kill him there. But your placement is really tight, and it's kind of hard to tell where you need to be. There's so much going on screen, you just kind of have to keep, like, inching forward until you do enough damage to it. Unfortunately, we didn't manage it. We get to see a little bit more of the Kamuis, though. And that's time. Sorry for going over a little bit there, folks. But yeah, you save Earth, you go through, you destroy all of the Zodiacs, and in doing so, you destroy Earth. And that sets up many thousands of years in the future, the events of Kamui. Very silly game, very, very over the top. With a great soundtrack, and each game has its own different mechanics. They all feel very different. You can get them on Steam. They're as a bundle with the OSTs as well, so definitely check those out. And thank you again, everybody, for the GGs and for hanging out and being here while I fumbled my way through these. My apologies for the reset earlier and going a little over estimate. But hope you all have a great night, and thank you again for having me. It's been a pleasure. Up next, I believe we have Gradius Gaiden, which is very exciting.